So I almost didn't make this video. Uh, I'm unsure how to do YouTube. I'm not the best at any of that kind of stuff. Um, Part of me is scared of it, but I'm a young Christian. I'm married. I have kids. I have a business, and that's struggling. And I thought that maybe I could share my story and share uh, some ins and outs of running business as a Christian business and with putting God first and the difficulties of that sometimes. So I'm choosing faith, and so my name is Jesse Johnson. I have a wife. Her name is Gracie Johnson. um, she's the best. She's my biggest support, and I don't know what I would do without her. I got two kids. My oldest, her name is Rosie. She is 3, and my youngest is Luca, and he is about to be 1. So, um, I think being a dad and a husband and a provider, especially being young in this world, is extremely uh, hard. I'm trying to think of a better word, but it's hard and it carries a lot of weight. Um, it's very taxing at times. You feel like all the responsibilities on your shoulders, that if you fail, your whole family fails. And if you're having a bad day, you're not allowed to, because you got people dependent on you. And there's a lot more that goes into that. But there's just a lot of weight on your shoulders. And as a Christian, we're taught different ways to do things. And so you're balancing what the world's expecting of you with what God expects from us and what we're supposed to be doing for God. And it's a really hard balance. And so on this YouTube channel, I thought that's one of the things I wanted to kind of make one of the key points of this channel, was to discuss ins and outs, daily life of I'm 24, being a young business owner, dad, uh, husband, and what that entails, and good days and bad days, and kind of what God is helping us on and showing us where we need to be. And one of the second things that I was gonna kind of use this channel to talk about was being a Christian business owner, and then kind of what all is entailed in that. Especially being younger. Me and my dad own the company together, and so, like I said, I'm 24. When I was 18, I graduated high school. I started college. I had already finished 2 years of college in high school, so I just needed to do 2 more years. And so while I was doing that, I was interning as a home builder. And so I ended up getting that job after college, or technically it wasn't fully done yet, but same thing. I did that for about 3 years, and at first I loved it. The money was good. um, and after a while, it just really started to turn sour, and I hated it, to the point of I was depressed to go in. I was anxious all the time. The money got worse because of the economy. So I couldn't justify being, so stressed out and hating the job because the money wasn't even good anymore. And so I decided to quit, and me and my dad opened up. My dad owns a pest control company already, but me and him decided to go 50-50 partners into a construction trash cleanup business. So we do all of the frame, when the frame gets put up, we clean that trash, drywall, bricks, so on and so forth. And so we're 3 years in, and it's hard. And we do other things now. We do a lot of general contracting, everything from paint, drywall, to flooring, epoxy floors, putting up awnings, floor remodels, all kind of different stuff. But it's slow. We just really started getting into all that kind of stuff. And it can be very hard in this construction world, especially right now, with the economy the way it is, and how hard it is to survive. When we started the company, we weren't going to start it without enough contracts. And I'm a big believer that God will open doors and close them. And he opened a door for us in a massive multi-million-dollar contract, basically over a couple years, landed in our laps. And it was a sign for us like, hey, let's kick it off, let's go. And so we started with that company, and it was it was going smooth. It was, I mean, there's some rocky times here and there, but I mean, it was good. There was a lot of money coming in, and like completely out of nowhere, a builder that worked for them, or I say builder, he was one of the higher ups. I don't think he wanted us there, and so he wanted his friends there that do the same thing we do, and they basically dropped us like a sack of potatoes. And they never gave us a clear reason as to why. It was only we're going to be moving on with somebody else, and we couldn't understand because we were doing good work. And it was a gut punch, man. We were questioning God, like, I mean, why? Why would you put this in our life? And we, because we and my dad sat down and prayed multiple times, like, hey, and my wife too, if this is not right for us, if this is, us doing this and not you, then we ask you to poke a hole in it. Don't even let it get started. Don't allow this to go anywhere. Don't even let the LLC be created. And it just kept taking off, and the next thing you know, the rug got pulled out from under us, and then another big project basically got landed on our laps, and we were like, okay, thank you, Lord. We, you heard our prayers. You're here for us. You called us, whatever. And we still technically work for that company, but it's basically been stripped for us at this point. We have a lot of stuff planned for futuristic stuff, and they recently told us that they were changing companies and changing how they're going to be doing things. Nothing we did wrong, just simply they're going with a company that can do multiple of the things that they want and that we don't cover. And so that was it. And so we finished, we're working in one community with them, and it's hard. And so it's depressing. You're not sure why this kind of stuff happens. But I'm at a point right now, and like I said, I have days where I struggle with it really bad. As to, like, I bust my butt. I know my dad does. My crew does, and I just feel like we keep getting pulled up to get kicked right back down. And I know that the enemy attacks things and attacks people when they're trying to get closer to God, when they're doing things for God, when they're choosing to put God first. And so that's what we've done as a family, is what we've done, is what I've done individually. And I know why he attacks us. But something that I've been working on and I wanted to share with people, I told God, if this YouTube channel reaches one person, it was worth it for me. If it goes crazy, then cool, man. I'm excited to, to see where he could take it. But what I've recently been telling myself and doing a lot of devotionals and Bible study for is trust. And it says over, I think it's like over 300 times in the Bible, different ways of trust and do not fear, and all these different, basically say do not fear is trusting in God, And so that is what I've done recently, is just hand it over to God and say, I can't do it by myself. I need you to give me peace. I need you to help us out. And when I've started doing that, there's been so many times my business should have gone out of business. We should have gone bankrupt. And I mean, countless times at this point. And every time we get to that point where me and my dad look at each other and go, this is it. We don't know what to do. Something miraculous happens, and it pushes us back up, and next thing you know, we're rolling again. But it can be hard. It can be hard to keep that faith and keep that trust in God, And then, I mean, really, those are the two things that I want this channel to be about the most. Is, especially for young people in their 20s, 30s. I mean, it can be for anybody, really. but I know that generation is struggling, and social media is very much it can very much be a detriment to a lot of us. But I figured if it's gonna be there, you might as well try to use it to help some of us out, and maybe try to let some iron sharpen some iron, and go from there, you know. But that being said, I don't know who this video will be for. If it's for me, then great. I feel that God told me to go and to try it, and so I'm here. I'm always gonna try to answer comments. If y'all want to subscribe to me, that's great. I'm gonna be trying to do these videos at least once a week and try to make some different content, stuff like that. But this is mainly what it's gonna be, is talking about life, showing like how to do bids, and how to pray before a contract, and all these things that I do daily in my business life. And then some as a dad and a husband, and how to properly go about that, and then show you the struggles that I go through as well. I'll probably have my wife on here at some point too, and my dad, and I got some buddies, stuff like that, that would probably love to come on, and we can get some different viewpoints, stuff like that as well. So, like I said, I don't have all the answers. I'm 24. You know, I don't know everything, but I'm trying to figure it out. I'm probably gonna say and like a lot, because I didn't write a script. I'm just gonna try to be me, you know. But I don't have all the answers. I don't know who this could be for, but I'm taking a leap. I'm trusting God, and I'm gonna build this on faith.